US stock markets has suffered their biggest drop since the start of 2025. The sell-off came after Donald Trump refused to rule out a recession as his new import tariffs take effect. Markets are in turmoil, with major companies losing millions, yet Trump is standing firm. Sweeping tariffs on all trading partners are set to begin on April 2nd. What risks does this new trade war pose for Washington? Why are giants like Tesla already feeling the impact? And most importantly, who will end up paying the price for the White House ambitions? Here's our explainer section. Wall Street is feeling the pressure as fears grow over a possible Trump recession. US markets saw their biggest drop since early 2025 after President Donald Trump admitted that new import tariffs could push the economy into a recession. The Nasdaq 100 tech index fell 3.8%, wiping out more than $1 trillion in the market value, the worst one-day loss since October 2022. Shares of Nvidia also tumbled nearly 9% after reports of 25% tariffs on goods from Canada and Mexico. Despite the growing concerns, Trump said he will not back down and plans to go ahead with new tariffs on all US trading partners starting April 2nd.
Look, we've been ripped off for years, and we're not going to be ripped off anymore. No, I'm not going to bend at all. Aluminum or steel or cars, we're not going to bend. We've been ripped off as a country for many, many years. We've been subjected to costs that we shouldn't be subjected to. In the case of Canada, we're spending $200 billion a year to subsidize Canada.
Elon Musk's increasing involvement in US politics is beginning to take toll on his business. Experts describe this as brand politicization, a phenomenon that often damages a company's reputation and sales. The impact is already visible. According to the European Automobile Manufacturers Association, Tesla's sales in Europe dropped by 45% in January, compared to the same period in 2024. In Germany, sales dropped by a record 71%, while in France the decline reached 44%. Meanwhile, Canada, reacting to growing trade tensions with the US, is also taking action. For instance, Toronto has stopped providing financial incentives for Tesla vehicles.
We are giving incentives for people to migrate into electric cars, except we will stop giving incentives, financial incentives, to buy Tesla. So that we have a decision has been made in there. But then there are other electric cars around. And we have certainly said that if you want to buy Tesla, go ahead, but don't count on taxpayer money to subsidize it.
Experts warn that the global trade tensions could soon get worse. Donald Trump has promised to hit back at the European Union's plan to impose counter-tariffs on 26 billion euros worth of US goods next month. The row began after Trump introduced tariffs on steel and aluminium imports, drawing strong criticism from America's main trading partner.
The European Union treats us very badly. They have for years. I saw that. I had it out with them in my first term. It did well, but we had to solve other problems. And we did, but European Union's been very tough, and it's our turn too. You know, we get a turn at that also, but they have not been fair. They sue our companies and win massive amounts of money. They sued Apple, won $17 billion.
Across the Atlantic, European consumers are also taking a stand in this growing trade war. A survey conducted by the CVA research group revealed that 64% of Germans would prefer to avoid buying American products whenever possible. The majority of respondents said that President Trump's policies are already influencing their purchasing decisions. Daurinas Agulov, New Time.